All right, guys, welcome back to SeatStory Cup number 4. We're still here in the Take TV location, having some fun. We have a game planned here that we call Unpack the Chocolate, and we have Stan Sifka, E-Cop, Firebat, and Powder here, and they all pretty much have no idea what's going to happen. So this game revolves around unpacking this piece of chocolate wrapped in newspaper while having on thick winter clothes. So we have a jacket here, a scarf, a beanie, and 2 gloves. So we also have a dice. Where's the dice? There it is. So the players only have 1 roll while doing this. 1 roll, and they have to roll a 6. If they don't roll a 6, the next player rolls the dice. But if you roll a 6, from that moment onwards, you have 40 seconds to put on all the clothes and unpack the chocolate as much as possible, as fast as possible, with a knife and a fork. And after the 40 seconds, the next person starts to roll the dice. The objective is to eat 1 piece of chocolate while only using a fork and a knife. You got that? Of course. Okay, so I guess we'll say Sifka starts. Put this in the middle so it's fair for everyone. You guys ready? It's a 4. There's a 6. 40 seconds. 35. It takes a long time to put everything on. That's the biggest part of this. Second glove. That's 20 seconds. He's going to hammer away at the chocolate. It's going in there. He's trying God. He's getting something done. Getting close. It's 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right. Gonna take off the gear. So he got quite some work done, I guess. This is like the progress. All right. Where's the dice? Oh, you have it already? Okay, Firebat, let's roll. Another 4. Powder rolling a 6. And that's 40 seconds. It's gonna hurry. There's the beanie. He's a little faster than A-Cop, depending on how fast he gets these gloves on. All right, 5 more seconds till 20. Trying to go in there. It's not as easy as it looks. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right. What you get for winning? You get the rest of the chocolate bar. It's worth it, totally. Okay. Let's keep rolling. 5 for Sifka. You got rolling another 5. Firebat with another 5. And a 1. Rigged. 2. We didn't see what that was. Doesn't matter. 5. Another 5. Geez, what's up with the 5s? Another 5. 2. 4. A 1. And a 6 for Sifka. 40 seconds. That's fast. The gloves are the problem, it seems to be. 22 seconds. Getting to work here. It seems like half of the time is just purely to get on the gear. Wow. He's doing some work, though. Some serious work. 11 seconds left. 7, 6, 5 seconds. You can't get it. 1 second. No, that's done. It's time out. That escalated quickly, I'd say.
Dude, he misplayed real bad. You can scoop with a fork. That's worse than my misplays in Hearthstone, man. You just take the...
Okay, so, no, it doesn't count. You didn't eat anything, right? Okay, so the next player to roll a 6 has to put the gear on and then eat a piece of chocolate. But you have to eat it with, like, the help of the knife and the fork. 3. 5.
5 is 6.
5 is 6. There it is. Second chance. No, you have to put the gear on. One glove before putting on the other one and then taking on the jack. I mean. Six strats, 20 seconds. The nerves, they're happening. 15. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was like last second. All right.
Making it close.
Sifka wins. GT's being tossed out. So, what was that strategy there in the end?
Yeah, I had my strategy, but I'm not gonna reveal it because, for the future tournament, it's necessary to keep it secret because I may not win the next time, so I will keep it for myself.
Of course, so wise words there. Yeah, Sifka's our winner for unpacking chocolate, apparently. We have another game coming up, and we're gonna toss it over to the Tempest Storm couch, I believe.
All right, well, thank you very much, Bashti and crew, for that entertaining 5 minutes. I'm Frodan. I'm joined by Eloise. I think Gara's supposed to be here, but Gara is MIA. So Gara, if you're within the vicinity, please report. Otherwise, we'll get Tice, a more capable player and caster, to come. JK, love you, Gara. What's up?
More capable player.
Say it to the microphone.
Oh. So you are one of the more capable players?
No, I was saying Tice would come and replace Gara.
Oh, you think
Do you want to cast with Tice or Gara?
More capable than Gara?
I did not say that, but who would you want to cast with, Tice or Gara? How about you get to choose, Eloise?
Why I have to choose from these two?
Because those are the two of our better options. I mean, we can also cast with... No, Reckful's not. Reckful's is actually playing. We're here to actually cast the next match, which is Reckful versus Lothar. That's pretty fun.
Yes.
Because it's a battle between two of these guys, and one of them will have to win. That's what's the interesting part. Tice is going to be sitting in. All right, cool. So I guess Gara has opted out. Tice, have you casted yet at all?
Not yet, actually.
Not yet? Nope. All right, bring that mic a little closer to your mouth, buddy. There it is. Awesome. So how you doing, man? How's SeatStory for you?
It's actually pretty awesome. Came back from America, from BlizzCon, of course, but yeah, it's really close to my home, and yeah, it's so chill here. I really love it.
All right, cool. Well, I hope you enjoy it so far. Have you been winning in poker? I've seen you play a lot.
Actually, yes. I think that I'm the worst player on table.
Player?
Maybe I wasted too much RNG there already, but yeah, I'm up quite a lot, so I'm actually quite happy.
Good job, good job. Well then, maybe you can go easy on me, because Tice, I'm playing you later today.
Oh,
you are
wow.
my first match. Yeah, that's bad. I've only played against Tice twice in my life, and one of them was at your house when we were practicing after SeatStory Cup 3. And after SeatStory Cup 3, I was like, hey, Tice, you should really try this patron deck. And then he said, okay, Ferdinand, if you can beat me one time with this patron deck, then I'll play it in a tournament. And we did. And then he played it in NVIDIA.
You mean you went to his house and you practiced?
I lived with Tice for a few
What
days.
together?
practice
Is that-
Hearthstone.
Practice
Oh.
for Hearthstone.
Okay.
She's really suspicious naturally. Anyways, it was a very hot romantic week in the Netherlands. I'll
Oh.
never forget it. In Enschede.
Oh, you still remember?
Oh, yeah. All right, well, we're going to take this opportunity to let you guys know about our raffle that's going on, too. We want to encourage you guys to go to facebook.com/TakeTV. And by doing so, you are eligible to be in the running to win some cool stuff. All you have to do is click the SeatStory Cup raffle. Whether it's chairs, whether it's packs, whether it's hoodies, or maybe even a hot vacation with Tyson and Enschede. Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
I didn't know about this, actually.
Well, we just signed you up. Full
Okay,
name,
that's
country, and email address, and then click enter to win. But make sure you put in the right information. This is just for stream, so make sure you guys are chilling and enjoy this time with us. In the meantime, we're going to get ready for Reckful versus Lothar. It's Tempo Storm versus G2, a classic struggle between team mascots. So who do you think is favored here?
Yeah, I think Lothar.
Lothar? Yeah, I would say that Lothar is definitely in better playing form.
I understand why you say that.
If I shouldn't say that, I think I might even have like some problem.
Well, he can't. Now he can hear you. So you pick Lothar to win, but who would you really root for, Thijs?
No, I really root also for Lothar, and he has good decks. So
Okay.
And
Sure.
I think he can do it.
I think Lothar was telling me that he's kind of mad that Reckful in the first series said that he didn't really think, he just kind of banned off intuition. So he banned Elki's Warlock, which is very unusual. Normally, I think people aren't really afraid of Warlock right now. And so now he came to me, Eloise and Gar, and was like, hey, what's the strategy? And we're like, well, maybe we should ban Paladin because we feel like it's really good. And then Lothar came to us like, why'd you tell him that? Because I was going to 3-0 him and he was going to ban Paladin. So I guess now Reckful's in tryhard mode because I think last time he wasn't happy with this play.
Yeah, I think so too. And but actually, it makes some sense for Reckful still to ban the Warlock there. I think he had a really weak lineup against Warlock with the Tempo Mage and with the Paladin. Yeah, I think it was not a really good lineup, so it still made sense.
Yeah,
But I think the Paladin ban is always a good ban in last year's standing.
Eloise, you said you wanted him to ban Hunter. Why do you think that is?
Because I think Hunter and Secret Paladin are the two most scary classes in last year's standing. Like they can 3-0 you. And for Control Paladin, you cannot always have the very good draw. I don't think someone can 3-0 with Control Paladin.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily Control Paladin, it's a mid-range. I think Control Paladin's like Pyromancer equality and Guardian of Kings. That's probably more of a control. But mid-range Paladin's the closest version that we have to Control Paladin these days. So I think it's okay, it's safe to call it. Our monitor, by the way, ran out of signal, so we're gonna need to find out what's going on here if the game is starting. So somebody come over help us. All right, so how have you been enjoying day number 2, Eloise? Of SeatStory Cup. It's your first tournament in Europe.
Yes, my bag got stolen in 1 hour after I land in Europe, so I don't really want to talk about Europe anymore.
Oh yeah, Eloise came to me. She's like, "Europe is so scary. They just steal your stuff." And
I thought this kind of stuff only happened in China.
yeah, Eloise lost a lot of her things. So we had a really fun time shopping for all of her makeup. It was fine because I was shopping for mine anyways. So right.
So actually, she got stolen. Then Reckful lost his bag. Caldi is super ill in the hospital.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. My credit card got stolen too.
Oh.
So
what happened to Gara?
There's a group of people that really hate Tempo Storm in Europe. Yeah. I think Raynad might have made some people mad last time he was here.
I vote for Forza Allegigo.
All right. Well, it looks like we're trying to get a few things going. Reckful, I think, it comes in here as a guy that has some skills. I mean, he's definitely a player that's hit #1 legend before, and he's more than capable of using his 140 IQ to win this series. But he's going to have to play a little more carefully because I think he said he just got too cocky last time against Elki. So
we will see. I think Reckful can actually do it. I mean, when he streams, sometimes he plays pretty high on the ranked later. And he can play well, so let's hope that he can show it here and is concentrated.
We're fixing some stuff, guys, by the way. It's not just two Take TV guys just kind of like barreling over us. What happens is this monitor specifically is our only way to see the game screen, and it keeps flickering on and off once in a while, so we're just trying to ask them to fix that, and recently it was actually it just turned off, so. Yeah.
What did you do with that? What have you done with it?
I didn't do anything. Yeah. I didn't do anything. I treated it very nicely. Like I treat
really?
all of my significant others. I treat it very, very gently. Right, Tice? You know. Yes. Good stuff. All right. Well, never mind. They're back. They are back. I mean, don't be afraid, guys.
Yeah. It's cool to be on camera.
Do what you got to do.
So do we actually know what advanced in the other groups from today?
Yeah, we can go ahead and take a look at the bracket while we go through this period of awkwardness.
I think...
Justin has a lot of technical problems. Oh, that's great. I see all the Kappa Prides and chat on the background of the screen. Thanks, guys, for supporting me. Let's go ahead and hit F5 and refresh this bad boy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, it actually is all your fault, literally, always. In Group E, Osaka has advanced 2-0. He did beat Elki in the winner's match. Elki will play the winner of this loser's match, Reckful versus Lothar. In Group F, Asmodai beat Kaldi, and I believe Freaky beat Nimsh. And last time I was checking, Freaky was playing Asmodai on stream.
Yeah, it is. I know Freaky was 1-0 up, and then I didn't know how the match ended actually.
Okay, well the match apparently ended. Don't know the results, but you can check that out at twitch.tv/TakeTV. In Group G, we have the Group of Death. We have Super JJ, Show, Tice, and the last remaining hope for Tempo Storm. Which is probably not going to end well. And then Group H, we have Hoi, Ryzen, Ignite, and Powder. A mix of some the players that you don't really see that often, but when you do, they usually bring cool stuff. I think Hoi brings fun decks. Ryzen is an up-and-coming streamer. Ignite always brings like the weird stuff like the priests and whatnot. And then Powder, he's like a solid
and from what I remember, like Ignite and also Powder went pretty far in the last SeatStory Cup. I know at least Ignite went to the top 8, and I think Powder top 8 or top 16. So maybe this is just their tournament this year.
Yeah, Powder had that Ignite had that really unfortunate Zombie Chow play where when he tried to kill it simultaneously with Akanai, he killed his own Akanai and then healed his opponent with Zombie Chow. So that was a really funny thing.
With the Valence, or it was like...
It was Valence chosen on a minion, and then when he played Circle of Healing, it killed his own Akanai and then healed the Zombie Chow for 5. All right, so with that, we're going into game number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed our top quality banter. We're going to begin things with Warrior versus Mage. Lothar opens with Warrior. You got Fire War Axe versus Mana Worm. That's not good for the Mage.
One of the best cards to start with, I think. If the Fiery War Axe in the starting hand, especially against these aggro mid-range decks and against Tempo Mage, it's so important to have it in the starting hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Very lucky I can missile.
We just have to hit it once. How's that? I mean, actually be very unlucky if you hit 3 times at the face. That would be a 12.5.
So, actually last game with Elke, we saw some pretty cool Tempo Mage plays and some pretty good unstable portals. Let's see if Reckful can show these skills too.
Oh wait, it's even lower than 12.5, sorry about that. Yeah, I think the Warrior here generally feels favored against the Tempo Mage because you can withstand a lot of their pressure and then rebound with like really good board stuff. If it ever gets too big, you can just use Brawl. You have good removals to line up with things. And then the only thing that really is challenging is that they have like mirror entities that you can't play into. But
I don't agree with that. I think Warrior is one of the best class to deal with mirror entity. But, well, if he don't play this 2-2.
And another problem is for the mages, there are just some really dead cards against Warrior. For Arcane Missiles, like you saw it killed in BGH, and it will never get more value normally than just killing one minion. Sometimes it's super annoying to play it into an Armor Smith or Acolyte.
Yeah, I guess so. Depends.
I think the most important thing in this matchup is to play around the mirror entity.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have the luxury of playing against Mirror Entity. As much as I can understand what you're saying by saying Warrior is one of the better classes at dealing with mirror.
He has
but not
to,
in this scenario.
He has to save some small stuff in hand to trigger the mirror entity.
Right.
Now he's very awkward now.
Well, he's got all big minions. Justicar too hard. And Justicar gets challenged directly by the 2 attack minions, so you'd have to use the Fiery War Axe if you want to do that. Playing Sylvanas so that way your opponent has to complicate the board himself, that's really nice, but you can also just trade it to the board easily and then play Boom.
Yeah, I think this is very comfortable for the mage because he wants the secret to come out.
Yeah, getting the secret out around turn 6, 7, 8, like that is normally the most powerful turn.
It seems that he's pretty wrecked by the secret.
Well, it depends on what secret it is. We saw Counterspell. We even saw a duplicate. I don't know if Reckful is running more than those secrets, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Lothar probably knows that too. So maybe you just have to take. It might be that he just has 3 or 4 secrets, and because it came out of the Mad Scientist, it can really just be everything.
It's almost to the point where you can't afford to play around those things. Also, I think Lothar is like, well, I really am sad that I lost my big game hunter early on by playing it so aggressively. But it's okay, it's not Mirror Entity. Use that. Flame Waker plus Arcane Blast. The Wombo combos. So, we drop Flame Waker. What do you think we use afterwards? Do we want to draw cards because we can use the removal spells for other stuff?
Maybe he wants to hit with the bomb first to see how the Boombot can do.
Also a possibility.
I think drawing can never be bad here now. It's you can burst the spells on the Shield Maiden, but probably the Flamebreaker can already do a lot together with the Boombot.
That's right. So you would Boombot first, though, right, to evaluate what happens? Okay. Well, I guess you can evaluate the Boombot or the Boombot after you use the Flamewaker procs.
Maybe you can do it even without the Boombot. Might be even better.
Well, works out okay. Yeah, you're right. Although it's it's bad for Brawl, I guess, if it survives.
But we know that this is Counterspell, maybe?
Well, we don't know. It's either that or duplicate.
It's not a duplicate, and it's not an entity. So
it has to be Counterspell.
I will say so. There might be another one. The mage has a lot of secrets.
Well, it can't be Effigy either, because he just killed the Boombot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So... yeah, Lothar a bit in an awkward situation here. He has 2 6-drops, can also armor up or even tank up if you want to play Justicar. But this with the Boom is just not gonna. It's just gonna stay on the board and means another 7 damage.
All minions and Death Bite. That's pretty much it. He could kill the Flamewaker, but the problem is he only has 4 mana remaining. He can't even develop the Sludge Belcher afterwards.
Even if he draw Execute or Shell Slam next turn, he cannot even play it.
Right. He needs minion-based combat in order to come back here, but then there's so much damage remaining. I mean, is this lethal if he just straight up fires a ball?
There's already 9 on board, and there is 12 in the hand.
Wow.
So a bit
very
decent.
likely.
Very likely if the Flamebreaker... But otherwise, it still kills the Shield Maiden, so...
Every single ping has to hit the Shield Maiden for him to survive.
But then the Shield Maiden still dies, so it's still an okay spot. Yeah, Reckful.
Well, I mean, looks like he might.
Yeah,
he might.
Well.
If it hits it twice. Wow. Well, Reckful gets the game number 1 win against Warrior, and I wonder how big that is. Maybe not that big of a deal. I think maybe Lothar felt like that was his weakest deck in the series, so he just let off with it.
I think it's a good one. If you don't know if it has any or much good matchups, you can always start with it.
I think he really wanted to have this Druid kept as a counter as opposed to leading off, because many people lead with Druid, but if you want to make sure it lines up with like your opponent's Warrior, then you can make sure to save it for a counter. It's a very common strategy. All right, well, we're in agreement.
Yes.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to like say something.
But
something.
I wonder what Lothar's gonna do now in the Tempo Mage.
Wow, thank you, Eloise.
Like Tempo Mage is really tricky. You can counter it with some deck, but it's still like it can still go really fast or really early. And if you are just looking behind from turn 2 or turn 3, it's really hard to make a comeback against Tempo Mage.
It is. With a really fast start, they're really good at maintaining board control too. It wasn't even necessarily about Flamewaker. It was just that they kept having minion presence, and then Warrior spent all of its early game resources to try to control the board, but didn't really have anything. And when you only have minions like that, that's really slow. Warrior took advantage. Mage took advantage of that very quickly.
I was thinking that Lothar probably wasted his BGH and the crew task in the early game. They are very good to trigger mirror entity and to kill the Dr. Bloom. Well, he's got weapon in his hand. I think he can play slowly.
Yeah, I mean, mirror entity wasn't even really a problem there, even though ultimately he needed that.
He got lucky on the mirror entity, I should say.
All right, well, it's a new game, a new opportunity for Lothar to try and turn back the series. It's only a 1-0 start, though, and he's picked the Hunter against the Mage.
Well, I think Hunter's a decent pick into Mage. It feels kind of even, but it's yeah, I think it's an okay pick. There is a pretty good starting, and a bit sad for Reckful that there's the duplicate already in hand when you have double Mad Scientist.
This hand is actually not very good. Where's the Flame Waker?
I mean, Mad Scientist at turn 2, it's super strong, and even another Mad Scientist if you play 3 secrets.
Well, not that strong against Hunter.
Against Hunter with, a lot of cheap minions is not very effective. More damage. All right. I mean, the duplicates are so funny too because what are you gonna do? Duplicate Mad Scientist? Duplicate Mana Worms? That's it?
Yeah, well, sometimes actually duplicate on the Mana Worm is like the best thing. Mana Worm can grow so big out of a Tempo Mage deck, it's really cheap. Like sometimes you get a 5-drop and they are like almost unplayable or it takes the whole turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, duplicating a Mad Scientist will be probably really bad, but already another one in hand.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, all these little 1-health minions sounds like it's a good opportunity.
Whoa.
Another secret in the hand now for Reckful.
That's pretty awkward.
So does he actually have more? Did he saw anything else than the counter spell and duplicate? It will be really sad.
That literally could be all of it.
It will be really sad if like that are the only 2 secrets and you have double Mad Scientist with the both secrets.
How can he get this good hand?
He can even get.
That's actually skill. Because it's so unlikely this would happen. Like Mad Scientist doing this is very unlikely. Just like when we saw Osaka or even like Forrester just drawing like really awkward hands with mages all the time. Just bad stuff.
And then if he plays duplicate, can even get 2 more Mad Scientists. It's at least a 2 mana 2/2.
He doesn't even sacrifice his scientist.
Yeah, I think that says already enough that you don't make the trade here.
Oh, Misha is very good.
Misha's good, but it'll absorb a Fireball probably in this scenario.
Fireball is...
Fireball is good? Okay. Well, I don't know. Some people say Fireball is like bad move, but I think that's your best answer to the Misha here.
Well, I mean, a Misha and trade with a Fireball is very worthy.
Oh, for the Hunter?
Yeah, for the Hunter.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I think Reckful just doesn't want to make this trade to give any information to Lothar. Like, if he makes this trade, Lothar just probably knows, oh, there is a secret actually. Okay, that's interesting.
Third secret. So...
It's good in the turn 4 actually.
It could be Mirror Entity. If it is Mirror Entity, then Lothar wants to Glaive Zuka and then play Knife Juggler to be able to snipe it.
Yeah, sounds pretty good actually. Lothar's testing it here now, just for maybe didn't saw it yet, but just playing around it. Oh, it is actually not Entity.
Okay, so it's not Entity, so it's a counter spell. So he plays 2 counter spells. What do you think about that?
It's not effigy.
Well,
no, because counterspell was not playable in the hand.
Oh.
So it's the second counterspell.
Makes sense.
What do you think, Eloise?
Oh, why you're so smart? Oh.
That's right. I might know a thing about Hearthstone. Just one, though.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess 2 counterspells will be really problematic for the Unleash the Hounds to do something. But he's taking a lot of damage, too.
Yeah, and it doesn't really work well together with Lothar also, where you make the spells cost more, so it's not really likely Lothar plays spells that turn.
What if you play the Flame Waker this turn, though? Would you play Duplicate or Arcane Intellect? Feels like both of them accomplished almost the same thing, because they draw cards effectively for you to do stuff. And I feel like maybe digging through your deck is better, so you can get cheaper spells. But Flame Waker with Duplicate is also really good.
I would like to go for a secret.
Yeah,
Because it's a secret.
Yeah, and it really complicates for your opponent to try and interpret it. It's like, well, is it Mirror Entity again? And
yeah, and if you get the Flame Waker back from the Duplicate and you draw a decent 1-drop, then you might maybe able to get the comeback. Oh, he really wants to get the for the portal.
Oh, so this is the comeback.
Yeah. That doesn't feel good.
He's probably thinking about drawing a flame strike or something.
Yeah, probably.
That's like his only card he want to draw, I think, if he want to go draw a card.
Okay. So Lothar testing the trap here now, seeing that it is the counter spell.
He's got 10 damage from the hand and then Unleash the Hound, on board, and then 2 from the hand. So he's very close to killing his opponent. He kind of take his time here. Casually walking through Reckful. I mean, he has not been pressured in the slightest this game. It's been really one-sided.
If he play Flame Waker last turn, at least he can absorb some damage from the Flame Waker.
Here we go, fireworks time. How much can he actually do with this, though? Will it clean up everything up?
Not much.
Not if they go to the face.
Wow. That is
pretty
too bad.
That's pretty awkward.
2 pings in the face with 3 minutes
no
on board.
ping, no pain. Pain is 1 damage.
Oh, so many bad trades. Yeah, there is no lethal on board, but Reckful sees that there are not really ways out of this game.
That was pretty bad. Well, it went according to plan for Lothar, so the series is tied. And now that Mage is gone, what do you use to counter the Hunter? I have to imagine a Warrior pick from Reckful here. Excuse me.
With the Druid being left, I mean, if Druid is left for Lothar, you don't really want to pick your Warrior into it. So yeah, your Warrior has the best shot against the Hunter. So it makes a lot of sense to just go with the Warrior here.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a compliant answer. Do you agree, Eloise?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So the thing about the Warrior, though, against the Hunter is the Hunter can still curve really powerfully. And I'm curious if Lothar is playing things like up to high main, because high main is still very effective against Warrior. It is. If you need confirmation, try having high main played against you as a Warrior. Yeah?
I know.
Guys, you're not making my job any easier here. I'm trying to create some discussion points.
No, but it is actually totally true. I know a lot of people that play a lot of Hunter just keep high main in the starting end against Warrior.
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's just in keep in the starting end.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really interesting, but at the same time, that might be too slow. If you go first, for example, I think you literally might just stall out if you just play a high main and you draw like little awkward spells. And it's like you're not going to quick shot like face on turn 3 or 4 sometimes.
But there is just no good answer from the Warrior in the high main. There always has to at least spend 2 cards, normally even 3 cards. So it's just also a really high value minion for the Hunter.
But I think Warrior is still like one of the best class to deal with hand main.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't know if Lothar's playing it. One of the jokes that's kind of within the pro scene is that Lothar just takes decks from you and RDU and doesn't do anything else.
His decks are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not saying it's true or not true, but it's just that is one of the jokes. And if that's the case, then I have a lot of information on Tice for my upcoming series. Except Tice
I can give you that information. It's fine.
I don't think he's got Hyman.
Oh snap! Tice firing shots.
Yeah.
You know how confident Osaka was against Reckful? Osaka said he had a 100% chance to advance from this group. That already is a statement.
Oh, wow.
Like in Hearthstone, 100% chance is never guaranteed. But Osaka was like 100% chance. Not only that, he told Reckful his exact deck lists and deck types. Like, I'm playing this. I'm playing Rogue. I'm playing like this kind of Rogue. I'm playing this kind of Druid. Like everything. And Reckful was like, okay. And the funny thing is, Reckful actually, because it was like kind of last minute, didn't actually submit his deck list yet, so he had the choice of responding to what Osaka did. And Osaka said, here, you can use my decks. That's how confident Osaka was. He gave Reckful his deck, saying like, you can even have my deck list and play the same thing as I do, or counter me. That,
Well,
and Osaka still advanced in first place in the group. I just want to put that out there.
Well, he didn't play against Reckful.
I
so
know,
maybe
but-
that was sneaked it out.
Yeah, that's like the extent of which Osaka BM'd his group right there.
Pretty ballsy move there.
Yeah.
Being nice, not
Yeah,
being,
because like
being nice.
Reckful was like literally about to spin his decks, and Osaka's like, "Are you sure you don't want my decks?" Reckful's like, "No, I'm good. I'll play his own stuff."
So actually we went for the, as we said, Reckful went with the Warrior, and we see actually in hand that is actually good for Lothar with double Shredder. Shredder is also still an annoying minion, really high value.
Yeah.
What do you think about double Glaive Zuka?
Yeah, that's probably not the best, but this turn it seems to be pretty good. Maybe you can use the second one later.
You're not a fan of the two Glaive Zukas and Hunter?
I mean, it depends how early your curve is, I think. If you have like a really early curve, Glaive Zuka punishes maybe a bit more.
It makes sense.
So probably we wouldn't see Hyman or something. We discussed so much about Hyman.
Yeah. Okay. So Elliot hasn't had a huge debate about this back and forth. I think two Glaive Zuka is pretty good, especially if you're playing a more hybridized version or even Face Hunter.
Yes, I really expect to see how you perform with this hunter in your match.
You do realize I'm playing Tice, who's sitting right next to you.
I didn't
exactly right next to you.
I didn't hear anything.
Wow, worst teammate ever. Are you seriously on Tempo Storm? Or did G2 recruit you as well?
She has so much trust in you. That's the point.
Yeah, of course.
You shall be happy. Come on.
Being nice to people.
Wow. All right. Well, the Hunter starting off with two Shredders though is problematic because Warrior can't chop down through it very efficiently. Like weapons just go 1-for-1 with it usually.
Do you think he equip weapon and attack, or he attack and equip weapon?
That's actually not easy. I mean, the Despite looks pretty good here because it kills up the 1/1s. I don't know if Reckful knows what there is for a Hunter. Maybe you expect still an Houndmaster. It's not likely after you see Glaive Zuka.
Whoa! But he haven't got anything to play next turn. He don't want to trigger the snake trap.
Yeah, I guess not. How does he know it's Snake Trap though? Oh, because he attacked the face, right?
But if it is a snake trap, I still think he need to attack.
It could be freezing still. Either way, it's not very ideal situation. Reckful's really slow. And by the way, we do want to correct. Overlay shows that it's 2-0 for Reckful, but it's 1-1. Just want to say that FYI. It's not a snake trap. It is indeed the freezing.
So yeah, 5 mana here, but you cannot really play it efficiently.
He's pretty awkward now. If last turn he attack and equip weapon, then this turn he might be slightly better.
Is it too slow to develop the Deathbite anyways?
He still need to play Despite.
Yeah, and Shield Maiden gives you some life back. And ultimately, you just don't want to fall too far behind in health, but it's still not the most power on board. But at 5 mana, I'm starting to get really afraid of what Hunter can pair damage against what Warrior is with no board and slow plays. Like, Shield Maiden and Sylvanas are very slow plays, and ultimately, it doesn't stop the Hunter from dealing damage.
Yeah. So Lothar having 5 mana here has some options, but I think just staying mana efficient is pretty good here, especially because you have a lot of 6 mana options.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If he hit with Despite last turn, then this will be very good.
Yes. So Shield Maiden is the player here. I will not mind a trade here actually.
Ooh, all right. I mean, I don't think the armor really matters. I think this is Reckful's like, oops, I forgot to attack before the Shield Maiden. But
I think he did it for like to mind game Lothar. Like he said it was an error, so now Lothar's gonna play around that shield stand. So Reckful is doing it
next
here.
level plays.
Wow.
But he
I'm
cannot
impressed.
get the
I'm super
armor anyways.
impressed.
Shut up, Dice. God.
He won't keep the armor anyways.
That's true. Exactly. That's the point. That's what I was about to say. Like, it doesn't matter because ultimately Hunter is going to shut it down, even if it's at 5.
You're
or 3.
destroying it. I just talk
Okay.
into the
It's
sky.
okay. How about we talk about Shredder placement?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Lothar. Well, the Hunter here is putting a lot of damage and pressure on board, but there are some ways for Reckful to stay safe. He's got 2 taunts, and Unstable Ghoul is pretty effective against things like Haunted Creeper. That's also a freezing trap, right? So the Shield Maiden can bounce back.
Yeah, he attacked face already, I think, and attacked on the board, so it should be a freezing trap here.
Execute.
Yeah.
Attack, and then Belcher. Seems like the most logical. Unless he doesn't want to bounce it back. I'd just be slightly afraid, because like Shield Maiden's one of the better cards to bounce back. I'd just be really afraid of Eagle Horn Bow, like getting a charge.
Yeah, but it is the Glaive still up,
it's
right?
It's Glaive Suka.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why you attack now as opposed to later. In case he like attacked and then re-equipped it.
He probably thinking about explosive trap.
But I thought he attacked face with the weapon like very early.
But the Hunter's at 29, so I cannot actually see it.
Oh wait, you're right.
There has to.
Yeah, it probably.
Have been a swing.
I really thought I saw a swing, but maybe I just misread the match history.
It was maybe the smart weapon from the Hunter into the Warrior.
Yeah, I think probably.
But there is a kill command now from Lothar, so has a lot of options. Gets close to maybe killing Reckful. It's a lot of damage in this hand.
Yeah, kill command here gets passed, and then he has 6, 8, 10 damage.
And
Very
if
close.
Reckful gets more armor from the freezing trap, then it's still nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
But yeah.
Oh, can't hero power, so he only has 8 damage right now.
Lothar thinking of using the Abuse Sphere. I think it's always fine now. You're so late in the game. You know you are not going to win the long game anymore, so putting all the damage in where you can.
Oh.
That Brawl, though. Would you play Unstable Ghoul with the Brawl? Or is that you just rather armor up? Probably
I think
armor up.
you play Unstable Ghoul after the Brawl.
That also makes sense, too. Okay, so it is Freezing Trap. Bounces back to the hand, and now it's the question of what Reckful wants to do with this Brawl.
The problem is also the life total. Like 5 is a super tricky life total where you die to the quick shot, to the kill
to
command.
everything.
It's like if you will be X6, you will feel so much safer than the 5. Yeah.
If you Brawl first and then Unstable Ghoul, that might be really powerful if something with 1 health pops out of the Shredder.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I think 2 health is good too, because he need to hit with something come out from the Shredder.
Yeah, but then if if he has like a weapon or something.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
I don't like this.
1 damage is needed here from
just 1
Lothar.
damage.
Oh.
Ballsy play.
Really ballsy. And this is a matchup that Reckful wanted to win too.
Ooh, and that is gonna be 1 damage.
Here we go, 1 damage, boys. you clear the ghoul and then juggle.
Yeah, you can just play
and
them
you
at
go for the
scientist.
win.
Yeah. You can do it in
All
another
right,
place.
there we go.
That's my juggler.
All right, so that will be game number 3 in the books, and Reckful loses Warrior vs Hunter. That's pretty painful.
Yeah.
Man.
At least the Warrior from Reckful was pretty weak, I think, into the lineup. I know you're gonna face the Druid still afterwards, so it's gonna get hard. But yeah, now you have to win 2 and 2 with the Druid.
He passed his turn 4, didn't actually do anything. That hurts too much.
Yeah, I think against Hunter, you should always clear everything. Make sure you have like good curve where you can play everything. I think that was pretty deciding in this game.
Yes.
Take it slow, but not too slow.
No,
that's the thing with Warrior.
Then they smirk you.
Yeah.
It's kind of dangerous.
Well, we go Druid versus the Hunter. This is definitely a winnable matchup as well. Some people even say that Druid might be favored these days because of Darnassus Aspirant. However, even if he beats this Hunter deck, can he win 2 games with it? That's the big question. What's after this? Does he have Paladin? No,
there
he
is
banned
the Druid Mirror. It's if
Druid Mirror.
There is from Lothar has his Druid also still left.
Yikes.
Did I say before this match that I think Reckful should ban the Hunter, and you guys don't agree with me?
I still think you should ban Paladin.
Yeah, I think Paladin is not bad. Lothar really helped also.
Oh.
And we see Paladin
Paladin's
doing
so good
pretty
against
good
his
here.
lineup.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're seeing Paladin also doing personally
Okay,
well
we
here.
will see. We will see. I still vote on Hunter this time.
That Eloise is classic confirmation bias. I don't expect you to understand exactly
No,
the
but then-
psychology term that I'm using. But
I don't understand that. Are you speaking English?
More if the hunter will have lost, then. But yeah. Well, there is at least some pretty decent hand here. Starting with the Wild Growth, having another Wild Growth. You can't have too many ramp against Hunter. You need to have also some board presence, otherwise it's gonna cost you a lot of damage.
yeah,
But if you don't ramp, then it will be less chance that you win. So you still need to ramp.
yeah, you're right.
And ramping into Dr. Boom is pretty decent.
It is. It is one way you can race, especially when you have Savage Roar in hand. So Dr. Boom comes out, and then you have, 17 damage following turn with Savage Roar. So.
Oh, you want to draw something to play next turn?
That's actually not
Nice.
bad.
That's really nice. Although it does die to a bow, in the end, it gives you something to do to potentially fill the board and combat the scientist.
But it requires at least like some damage from Lothar into the Danar, so it makes also sure that the play is probably a bit less powerful. Over coming on the board.
And he has to force him to use the coin to play abusive.
Yeah, I think Darnassus, I feel you always want to clear Darnassus when you can. Just the extra mana crystal can hurt you so much against Druid.
Yeah, not to mention that you also get the secret that's pulled out. So that's really effective as well. Force of Nature, well, you got Force of Nature and Savage Roar.
Yeah,
It
he
doesn't-
can play Force of Nature next turn to trigger the secret.
Yeah, and then keep that for later on.
Especially with this Nocturne on board, you also haven't traded with one of the friends, so.
Yeah, and he found out it's actually a snake trap.
Oh man, that would be devastating. But
Nope.
nah,
There's
two
the
freezes.
freezing.
Yeah, that's good because he have something to deal with the second freezing now.
And this hand from Lothar looks pretty sad. You really need something in the next 2 turns. And
Oh, I thought
there's
it was
the high
I thought it
main,
was
guys.
crazy.
There is the high main.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a hybrid hunter. What
I
Lothar
think
is
he
playing.
definitely play the freezing trap because he want to play Hyman next turn. He want to finish everything he can do this turn.
Yeah.
Even though he know that Druid has something to deal with his freezing, but Druid has to spend like 3 mana to do that.
Yeah, if you spend 3 mana, then he'll have only the mana to develop a Pilot Shredder.
Yeah.
Then you have Savannah Highmane Initiative. Although, I mean, you also have Dr. Boom and Boombots not only trigger the freezing trap, but they also can threaten the board.
Yeah,
And
Dr.
he's got
Boom,
Savage Roar.
super good turn 7, deals perfectly with freezing. It's just good. And there's the Argent Horse Rider. The cavalry is here.
Would you play the Highmane? I mean, would you play anything besides the Highmane this turn?
Like you can play Unleash and play around the freezing, but you know there is still the friend coming back from the first freezing, so it's like you know this freezing is gonna not give you much value anymore.
Yeah.
I think you just have to drop the Hyman. You look behind, you have a bad hand, and it still feels that you are behind even with playing the Hyman, but it might give you some good comebacks.
Good thing is that Hunter has the direct damage in his hand, and he's got Unleash to deal with this Dr. Boom. Whoa.
Oh. Well, he's going super aggressive. He says,
Yeah.
no time for Highmane. I am going to go face.
I think a
Wow.
lot of people will agree with this play.
Yeah, we've already seen one swipe.
Yeah, and then Ancient of War could put a stop to this. We'll see how the Boombots end up panning too. The Boombots just hit face and not control the stage. That might allow Reckful to be aggressive even if you can use Savage Roar.
So yeah, I think you just still want to clear as much as you can. The Ancient of War looks really good, but you should always be scared of Silence and Mark and just
Right.
clearing as much as board of probably the 7 damage.
Oh, 1 damage to face. That's the worst Boombot ever.
Probably the 7 damage to,
But it doesn't matter.
Uproot. Aw, okay.
well, the 7 damage to the face is actually super important because
Yeah.
there is even lethal next turn now on the board, and oh
Yeah.
my god,
Whoa.
that's a lot of damage.
That is, but it's also
Are you gonna play
awkward mana-wise.
Are you gonna play double kill command into the bar? That feels so bad, man. That feels too bad.
He probably will afraid of lethal because
mean,
he knows that there's a force of nature in Druid's hand.
Like there is 12 on board, you know there is 2. I mean, you have to play around 4 damage, and there are so many cards from a Druid that deal 4 damage. But double kill, Cannon Hunter even double kill Command and War. I don't think I've ever seen that play before. It feels super desperate.
Dude, desperate times.
Whoa. So painful.
Wow, Reckful's gonna be really happy to see that.
Rexar doesn't like this, I'm pretty sure about that.
Nope.
But I mean, there are still 3 minions on board, so they can at least sneak some damage in.
7, 11, plus 6, it's 17 damage.
It's 18 damage, but there is still damage? 1. Yeah, but he needs 1 mana to hero power and can unfortunately not do that.
Right.
So yeah, not enough.
Okay, well then does he play? I guess he played Druid the Claw defensively then, and then. Do you want? I guess he used 2 kill commands, so you can just play Shade then.
Yeah, what are you scared of? You should just if you are above 5 lives. Then you're safe off the quick shot.
Yeah.
And then it's like perfect, I think.
If you are healing, like say if you're 9 and then he silences your owl, you would die to quick shot though. So I think he's taking the really safe route. It makes sense. As long as 1 minion stays alive, he still has the Savage or Lethal with the Tree Ant. So.
Yeah, Shade is a guaranteed lethal, but he doesn't need a guaranteed lethal.
Right. And Lothar picks up the Eagle Horn Bow, which is not going to be enough, and that should wrap up the game here. So we have a 2-1 lead for Reckful. Or 2-2,
It's 2-2 actually already.
The Warrior lost.
And we're going to end with a Druid Mirror match.
You're right, it's 2-2.
Oh,
yes.
Druid Mirror.
This is, actually this was a really good hand against Hunter, where if you can just ramp up the early turns and then at least have like 1 powerful turn where you can make the comeback with the boom, it did a lot.
Not bad. I mean, Druid Mirrors are always, you know, anybody can win. It's pretty much one of the biggest coin flips that you have in the game. But at the same time, I'm curious if Reckful made any weird decisions. Like, he's one of those guys that will just play some stuff that you're not expecting, like 2 counter spells in Mage with 1 duplicate. It's like, that's not really what you expect in Tempo Mage. I wonder if he threw any curveballs in his Druid deck as well.
This Wild Growth Shredder, that's like, in the mirror, the Shredder is the best thing you can play on 4. Druid, in the mirror, you have not much that is good on 4. Some people even say Shredder is in keep in the mirror just because it's the only thing you want to do at turn 4.
Yeah, and he has the Wild Growth too. So he was thinking about tossing back the Shade of Nax Rammus. Do you think there's merit to that?
I think it's really good to mulligan away the Shade here. You're not going to play it before turn 5, so I will totally not keep it. You want to have a 5-drop now. And you also are on the coin, you have already 2 drops, and you need to get a high drop here.
All right, well...
Maybe he's hoping for that Innervate with the Dream start with the Innervate Shade.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this looks really good. The lore is still super important. And the thing is, you cannot really keep lore in the starting end.
Some people are really hyped.
Yeah, I heard it.
They really love some Druid Mirrors.
Yeah.
Wow! Man.
Oh, but it looks kind of even with both players having a pretty decent start here. Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
They're Darnassus.
My God, these guys are... We should record their audio and put it into the game board for next expansion. They are super hyped.
So now the question is, what do you like more, Darnassus, Wild Growth? The Wild Growth makes sure you have the Shredder next turn.
Right.
Darnassus just gives more board presence, and
I think it's like kind of even with a lot of upside. If your opponent doesn't answer your Darnassus Aspirant, you get that Wild Growth anyways.
Normally, we don't keep Wrath as starting hand.
Right. You don't even really keep Wrath that commonly. And if he Wrath, he spent his entire turn doing it while being 1 mana off. He ends up using 2 out of the 3 crystals. So I think there's a lot of upside of using it.
And you see also the coin Wild Growth, and that means there is something on 3.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. So while it's tempting to Wild Growth, I think the Darnassus, having that 2-3 body is pretty reasonable.
It's going to be a lot of ramp here with double Darnassus and Wild Growth. Lore is going to get pretty fast here.
Wow, well...
But you haven't got anything to do next turn.
Oh, he's got Wild Growth as a bare minimum.
Yeah.
With another Darnassus. I mean, if the Darnassus is going to die here, there is only 4 mana, so it fits the curve actually pretty perfectly.
And then you have the mana to go into Ancient of Lore turn too.
But the Shredder here was really important. Shredder is so good in the mirror. You see now how it blocks Lothar his turn, actually. So you can draft, but there comes something out. Then you can only hero power, swipe. It only kills the Shredder. You don't really want to trade that 3/3 into the 4/3 Shredder. You still want to kill the Darnassus. You can silence Darnassus, but yeah, it's not. I don't really like that play.
No.
Silence the Darnassus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of beginner level players probably do that. It's like, oh, you gained a mana crystal. I want to undo that.
Yeah. It feels a bit unnatural, maybe.
This makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
it's weak to
definitely
swipe,
painful.
but I mean, you cannot play around it at this point.
All right, so
Yeah.
do you think drop another Darnassus Aspirant, bait an entire swipe out from your opponent?
Yeah, I think it's perfect. Even if they kill the Darnassus, you still have your 5-drop.
Yeah.
Just the body here might give some really good valuable trades later.
Yeah, definitely. It makes Savage Roar always a threat to like trade up, and then
Ooh, wow.
wow, super aggressive move. I mean, I guess Darnassus Aspirant isn't really ramping to anything significantly, so he just wants to put a big target on the Darnassus and then just hit face with that 4 damage.
Yeah. It's still a bit tricky. I mean, now you give him probably a value trade into the Darnassus, where then 4/3 into and 2/4 is a pretty decent trade. Lothar can now play his own Shredder, but yeah, he's looking a bit behind, and I don't know if he's really trusting the aggressive playstyle that Reckful take by attacking into the face.
He's probably thinking that Lothar haven't got Wrath in his hand, because if he's got Wrath, he can kill the Darnassus very early.
Yeah, swipe is really good value here now. And yeah, the trade that did 4 damage, but now you're looking at a bit behind on board.
Yeah, that gives him the flexibility to Wrath and Pilot Shredder the following turn, or just drop Sylvanas if he feels like that's better. So I really like that Lothar's keeping his options open, and that might be the beginning of Lothar taking big initiative into the game.
Yeah, it still looks super close. Now the Reckful is actually a super hard decision, where you can go Druid of the Claw, or you go Shade with Wildgrowth, where you can Wildgrowth yourself into the lore at the next turn. And
Right.
the one with going lore first is it's so important to having your minions first on the board.
Right.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about tempo, because he's thinking about he probably will fall behind if he just well growth this turn.
Yeah, but as a result, not only is Lothar going to develop Sylvanas, which is really problematic for the board state, but he's also going to be hitting Ancient of Lore before Reckful is.
Yeah.
And that's going to put Reckful really far behind.
Now this is very awkward now.
Yeah, Sylvanas a super high value minion into this match, but
Oh, wow.
Reckful sticks to his plans.
Super aggro.
Stick to the plans.
Hit face.
You can rep for 7 now to kill your own
Sylvanas,
after,
steal the 5/5.
But I don't know if that's worth it at all.
No, I think you can develop Ancient of Lore still. Although maybe he's worried about Innervate combo at this point. It's like, why is he's been attacking my face a lot?
Reckful, what do you have
Dude,
there?
Reckful coming with the aggro
do
plays.
you really have it in your hand? Please.
I mean, this is it. Tied
I mean-
2-2. Tournament life on the line. And
I mean-
Lothar's like, not only do I not want to lose this game, I don't want to lose a Reckful.
And if he play lore this turn, he has to trade. And if he trade with the Sylvanas and the Keeper, then it will be a very good turn for Reckful to trade the board.
Right. The alternative is to play like a defensive approach with Druid of the Claw. Wow, the Wrath.
Yeah.
The Wrath.
Oh, he's really thinking of it.
Oh man, if he wanted to play Druid of the Claw Hero Power or something like that, he
I think
needs to
this
do
is
it
the
quicker.
best play.
Reckful, look me in the eyes. Do you have that turn 7 combo? Don't do this to me.
Well, actually, he can use the lore to heal the Sylvanas.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
possible.
He's
but
got
there is
double
still the
Drake
trade.
in his hand.
Ooh, that 7-drop is changing a lot here
Wow,
for
that was a
Reckful.
big draw. Big time draws.
Drawing Dr. Boom at Dr. 7 is pretty decent normally. It's the right time to play him. Not later, not earlier. Turn 7.
Well, the Shaded Extreme gives options for 2 minions to be dropped here, which is really nice. But Lothar not able to answer Boom very easily.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem with Druid sometimes. The single removal from a Druid is really bad. And there are other classes not always play with BGH. Of course, it's a popular card, but you cannot do that in Druid. You really have to play with at least one BGH just to get rid of these pretty heavy high-cost minions.
Do you guys trust on top deck?
Oh, Drake into Big Game Hunter? That sounds great. Let's do that.
Wow.
Just stay positive in life. Just get that one. It's coming. Just
he
believe.
can play safe.
You know what's amazing about this is that Reckful got this opportunity because he just played super aggressive and threw Lothar completely off. He was just like, I'm gonna go ham and hit him in the face and make him think that I have like some stupid stuff, and then takes his entire turn wrathing. And as such, Reckful is given some small windows here. Let's see what this Wrath draws.
I really like this Reckful one. Like, you have such a valuable trade with Boom, and now you might even kill the Shade.
I like it.
Oh, no, not this time.
What? What are these Boom bots?
Yeah.
1 damage each? All right. Would you Wild Growth here just to get 10 mana, or does it not matter at all? I mean, Ancient of Lore and Big Game Hunter gives you opportunities, but that's about it.
Yeah, I actually like this tempo BGH here.
How to tempo BGH?
Just drop it.
Just play it here. Like, if there comes a Boom, you win.
He's gonna kill your Boom.
Yes.
Oh,
You have to
Okay.
You have to target your own Doctor
Are you
Boom.
guys trolling or not?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
A bit. But, yeah, Lothar.
That is the BM finish. You BGH your own Dr. Boom because your Shade's gonna get lethal anyways with Force of Nature Savage Roar. Boom.
Wow, I thought I'm the first day to play Hearthstone. Wow.
Okay, so Lothar 9 mana here. I think you just want to play the 9 mana. You can play Lore, you can play Emperor, but...
He can see what he can draw first.
Yeah.
Still has the opportunity to hit that Big Game Hunter
Swipe
or
draw is
Summer
insane here, by the way.
Swipe.
Not this time.
And right now, Reckful is 1 damage off.
Combo will clear.
Combo will kill.
We'll do it here, actually.
He's 1 damage over lethal. Excuse me.
Lothar looking really like Reckful. Do you have it?
He probably would draw some lethal.
He's like really close. Innervate.
Oh,
Shredder.
of course.
Yeah, and the good thing for Reckful is he doesn't have to be scared of dying. Lothar every turn has to at least try to play around combo. He knows that Reckful does have the combo now, but that can be unfortunate. They just swipe.
But that's pretty big too. Lothar and Drew the Claw.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you good trades on board. I mean, still the Lore with 5 health.
So why not go the opposite direction? Hit face.
Yeah. Is it really gonna end this
Dude,
way?
I mean,
Both just hitting the face and the one that's down there.
Don't be afraid. Just hit face.
Hit face and play Lothar.
And Drew the Claw and taunted him.
Yeah.
No, charge. Come on.
Charge.
You just bring it up.
You lose the Savage Roar, just straight up.
You've got Lothar, but why not charge?
Because if you just play Savage Roar, you lose.
Well, maybe he doesn't have it.
I guess so.
We have to bet on that, or we haven't got enough damage.
Sure you do. Because
Lothar has to bet on that.
Yeah, I think Lothar shot come here for sure. It just blocks the turn completely. You see, he saw so much minions from Reckful all the game. Lothar was reacting all the game. You can see it in both hands.
Face.
Lothar having all the minions left. Lothar has all the minions left, and Reckful still with the spells.
face.
Yeah.
Yes!
You like it?
Yes, Lothar! Oh my god, he always knows how to please me. Oh, Keeper of the Grove, though. Oh, he can't play that and Force of Nature. Wow, well, 3 of the cards in his hands are spells. And now Reckful's like, crap, do I die?
Can play the Wild Growth for 7 and still not cycle the card because the other card costs also 5 more. So, yeah, the key, I think you just have to Keeper and BGH. Now you are able to at least tempo BGH. But you probably
He's
are
playing
scared.
Beach Druid, look at that. Bloodfin Raptor. All right, does he trade?
You have to be scared of combos somehow, but...
I mean, or you just a Savage Roar. Just like one Savage Roar can kill you.
He can trade because he still have tempo if he trade.
It's really hard to say what was ahead on board also after this
Now you
turn.
tempo BGH. Yeah. There it is.
So now he has to make the decision, am I gonna play around combo or not?
Yeah,
There-
Force of
like-
Nature Savage Roar. Wow! And he's gonna play around the swipe too, because the swipe would devastate the board.
Yeah, I think this is really reasonable.
One swipe can still destroy him because he's got Azure Drake in hand. Oh, he did have Savage Roar.
Okay.
Okay. So now do you play Ancient of Lore defensively?
This is actually so hard.
Oh wait, you can't really stop combo even if you Lore defensively.
Yeah, even if you Azure Drake yeah, the Roar is actually not doing anything besides your trade into one minion, but you still take the damage from the minion.
Right.
So
you might have to Drake instead.
I mean, there are so many good draws from the Drake in Breath and Swipe. Maybe on Taunt, maybe on Keeper. There are so many good things you can draw out of this Azure Drake, I feel.
Yeah, I like it. But Swipe would devastate him.
Innervate.
Oh.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Here we go. We trade the Shredder into the 4-2, get Blue Gill Warrior, snipe the... What were you laughing? And then you snipe the 3-2 and Innervate heal with Lore, right?
Well, you are telling some fairy tales.
That's what needs to happen.
Oh.
Do it, Lothar. You're running out of time. Oh,
no.
Ooh, the value trade.
Oh,
but
no.
There might come the heal here then.
All right, well, he's still dead to the Force of Nature Savage Roar, but he chooses to Lore.
And he even dies to Force of Nature Swipe now, so it's getting really tricky.
Oh! Tempo Storm!
Justice demands retribution.
Man, Reckful stays alive in the tournament and
Combo coming
Lothar
right. The funny thing is, he ended up with the Wild Growth, and you know that he started with the Wild Growth in
exactly.
the starting hand. He didn't even play the Wild Growth in the Druid Mirror. Like,
the entire time.
How often does that happen? That you're lost? That
The
you
last
don't
two
play the
cards,
Wild Growth in the mirror match. Wow, really insane mirror match, actually.
Yeah. And you know what? The Hunter lost.
Oh.
And because he banned Paladin, he won.
Yeah.
Look
But
at that,
Hunter
Eloise.
still beats
What
two
do you
classes.
think about that?
Hunter already beats 2 classes.
Doesn't matter.
That's because other classes so
A win
suck.
it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. See? They agree too.
Yeah.
All right, Reckful, come sit down, bro.
What's up?
Yo, so how do you feel, man? How's it going? You look pretty serious and intense. That's not the playful Reckful that we're used to.
Well, I felt really self-conscious after the first game where I messed up.
It's okay, man. We're at SeatStory.
It's okay. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't think before I play, man. And then I regret it later. I feel like self-conscious that I'm taking a long time, so I try to play fast. I should be more self-conscious that if I mess up, people are going to think I'm stupid, so.
Gotcha.
So I felt, yeah.
I do want to ask, though, sometimes when you emote the oops, is that literal or is it just a mind game?
Yeah, because I drew last, so I oopsed. You know?
Right,
That
okay.
previous series.
We thought actually it might also be a good mind game. Then he's gonna play around that shield slam
Oh,
that you
yeah,
didn't have.
Yeah, mind games, man.
Ah, okay.
No, but like,
Dude, you're so bashful right now. You're not even making eye contact. You're looking away. Yeah.
What's bashful?
You're being really like meek right now.
I'm being what? I don't know, man.
You're being
Some guys-
shy,
people were
Reckful.
being real mean to me, man. I was just trying to chill, you know.
No,
Feels bad, man, you know?
Everyone loves you, dude.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And
So how's life in the PJs?
how's life where?
In the PJs.
Well,
Are you doing-
I'm
did you get
wearing
your
the
stuff
same
back
clothes
at
for
all?
3 days now, and I should have gone to the store or something, but I kept thinking I was going to get my bag.
Gotcha.
So
Guardian
this
called
morning
the
I had
airport.
to flip my underwear inside out and put the
Dude, you
same
did
ones
it, you
on.
did
Feels bad, man. Yeah.
I'm not backing down, Reckful.
Yeah. You have
Thanks,
to give
bro.
it.
I didn't see. Oh yeah, bro fist. Feels bro. Nice.
Well,
Feels
congrats,
powerful.
man. You stay alive. You play against Elky for the rematch, so that's some redemption, right?
Yeah.
That's some opportunity.
Yeah. I think I'll use my brain and then play my cards after.
Yeah, I like that strategy.
You like that?
Put your
I like
IQ
it.
to work,
Yeah.
man. That's
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah.
Pro tips from Thais. Thanks.
Eloise, do you have anything to say to your fellow Tempo Store member?
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was mildly tame. All right, Reckful's out. He's got to get ready in the zone. Dude, he's so serious right now.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a commercial break and get ready for the decider match between Reckful and Elky. It's a rematch. Last time, Reckful kind of got owned, so we think it would be different this time around. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.